I realized in my previous video that I did gloss over one aspect of creating a silhouette, and that has to do with creating arms and legs. So one of the important things that you want to keep in mind is that when you're drawing the arm, I'll draw the upper arm here using the lasso tool, and I'm going to hold down the shift key to add the lower arm, and I'm going to fill it in with Option Delete on a Mac or Alt backspace on a PC. So this structure right here tapers. In other words, it goes from thick, which is at the end over here, to thin, right? You can see that if that curve were to continue, that it would taper to a point. And if you look at arms and if you look at legs, they all have this tapering occurring. So when you're using the lasso tool, let's just say for example I'm making a body and I'm going to go ahead and make hands and arms. Those forms are tapering. And I think this technique can be very useful, especially if you tend to struggle with drawing poses. Using this lasso tool, and again holding down the shift key to add to your selection, allows you to visualize the shape. And you can even apply this for things like hands. So let me just move this down a little bit. There's one hand. There's another hand. And you can always add a pinky. And you can carve out shapes by hitting the Command or Control X key. And you have hands. So this might be pretty helpful when you're working with your silhouette structures. So how does this translate? So I have a video on taking form or taking shapes and converting them into form. So how would I do that here? Well, I would consider the fact that this is a cylinder, and I have another cylinder over here. And already we're getting some structure put in place, and these dotted lines simply mean that they're parts of the form that we don't directly see. And then you can draw your body, and we can apply the same concept to the fingers and the hands. We can say, alright, there's my fingers. And I have a couple of videos on how to draw hands. Definitely give that a watch. But this tip is about making sure that the arms and the legs taper. So if you have any questions about that, please hit me up in the comments. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.